Good afternoon and welcome to Draw 6 action of the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial West Coast Junior Curling Classic here at the Royal City Curling Club in New Westminster. You are watching Eric Colwell take on Ballard. Team Colwell has the hammer in the first end of play here by winning the last stone draw. Both teams had a pre-game practice with 4 rocks up, 4 rocks back, and then the draw to the button. Logan Mirren throwing the lead rocks for Team Colwell. My name is Will Sutton. I'm your host today, and Chris Summers will be joining us shortly. Sam Husden throwing the lead rocks for Team Ballard. This is a new team this season, lots of different provincial experience, Canada Winter Games experience on this team, but a new team coming together this season.
Will, is it okay if I leave my jacket here? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh. Will Sutton, welcome.
We have 10 boys teams competing in the event this year, 14 girls teams. It's a pool play event with the top 4 teams on each side making the playoffs. There will be a consolation round though, so we have lots of teams on the ice tomorrow tomorrow morning, but top 4 in each side of the event, the men's and women's, will make the playoffs. Nice hit and roll there from Logan. Dawson Ballard just asking his lead to peel this one out of there. Looking to keep things pretty simple here in this first end of play. This is Brandon Reimer throwing the second stones. Looks like this one's a little tight, and you see the jam there. With last rock advantage here, this is a really nice chance to find draw weight and sit 2. Ben Morin throws the second stones on Team Colwell. Interesting here, Eric's throwing the guard here, looking to maybe have a couple more rocks in play, but slipping in the rings here is no problem. If you were going to throw the guard there, another good option would have been to guard the rock in the rings.
Well, I got that because I wanted to. How are you? But John's been out practicing. He's been out practicing. You haven't. You better get down here and you better practice. No pressure. And I'm going to tell you why.
So looking to make the hit and roll here, or maybe the double.
Oh, this one.
Nice shot there from Brandon, grouping those rocks and hoping he leaves his third a double for their next.
Because you whine about the difference between our pole and the other city. You're going to be whining big time now. Tell them, no pressure.
Ben Morin here throwing the second stones has been part of both Team Colwell's last season. So Eric got to the BC Junior Final as well as winner of the U18 Provincials last year, and Ben was along for both those events. Been a long-time teammate.
I'm actually thinking, like, oh, I got 2 settled here. Because when I realized I was going there, I'm like, oh, I'll just switch bring it to
Anyhow,
actually, I watched this there and they're so good. Yeah, they are fun.
when
Right there eating.
Brett Hillbrandt throwing the third stones for Team Ballard. With the roll out there, this is a nice chance for Team Colwell to again find draw weight in the first end and sit 2. A couple early rollouts here from Team Ballard are really going to give an advantage here to Team Colwell. Finding that draw weight in the first end can really help you out in the second, third, and fourth, and onward.
Because well, Gene says you don't need it, so that's what I did.
Mitchell Kopitko throwing the third stones here. He was part of the U18 team that won the BC U18 championships last year at the Juan de Fuca Curling Club and went on to Sherwood Park and earned a silver medal there at the U18 Nationals. It's his first year. Last year was joining the Colwell team, was a skip before that from Kamloops.
I got it.
Yeah. And also, I don't know what state he might be in. you know,
So nice hit and stick there from Rhett. Gonna force a takeout here from Team Colwell. Lots of curl here at the Royal City Curling Club this weekend, and some very sharp new rocks from Canada Curling Stones. So teams are taking lots of ice and throwing a weight that engages the sweepers. Kind of been a 9.5 to 10.5 that's been working well. Hog to hog time. That was a 10:37 there, so right in that wheelhouse weight you're looking for. So Dawson's looking to get shot stone here by nosing the back one. Another option on first rocks here would be to hit and roll off that top rock and roll over there and maybe create a jam possibility. Looking to make the nose hit though and remain shot stone, maybe rolling a little bit. Dawson won a gold medal last year in Red Deer representing British Columbia at the Canada Winter Games with Team Sato. Also a U18 provincial champion in 2017-18 season. Nice weight from Dawson there, and it looks like he is shot stone, so Eric will need to make the hit and stick here. So it was a really breakthrough season for Eric Colwell last year. He, like I said, he got to that BC Junior final, did lose to three-time Canadian champion Tyler Tardy, however, built on that experience to win that U18 provincial and get to the finals at that U18 national. So had a great year last year and looking to come out strong this season.
I was instructing all day yesterday and I had to sit. I really want to stand. No problem. There's lots of snacks. There's not much of a view from this.
Eric's home club is the Vernon Curling Club.
I think so.
I mean, 260 is the same.
So with the rollout there, chance for Team Ballard to get off the hook here and force a blank end.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to hear running commentary.
Somebody was telling me.
He was out from some of the listening to commentary.
Yeah, Chris, I was talking to him on the phone. He said it is
So Sam's signaling the weight's a little up there. Brandon Reimer's going to hold this one nicely, and Team Ballard's going to make the hit and stick. So Eric's looking to blank this end, take hammer into the second end. Good end for Team Colwell here. One rollout, but other than that, they forced some tough shots out of their opposition and got a few rollouts. Eric makes no mistake and is going to get his blank end there. You are watching the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial West Coast Junior Curling Classic from the Royal City Curling Club. We'll be back in a moment.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Ballard Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Ballard Direct.
Woo!
Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Ballard Direct.
Welcome back to second end action of the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial Curling Classic. With the blank end there, Team Colwell does still have last rock advantage, and Team Ballard threw up the guard. Just going to get the cameras adjusted for you here.
I was gonna say, you sure? Because
Go.
they seem very like they seem like very close, but they seem it was someone on that crew. Like I always see Neil around with like bro.
Logan Mirren looking to make the come around here around the center guard. Really wants to keep this in that top 12 to top 8 foot range. Just want to get to the 4 foot too early. Lovely shot here. As Sam throws his first here, we just like to recognize the title sponsors of the BC Junior Curling Tour, Ballard Direct, Best Western, and Curl BC. Also like to recognize our event sponsors, Ted, Mona, and Paul Bassett, Padjo's Fish and Chips, Westminster Savings, Boston Pizza New Westminster, and Refresh Carpet and Upholstery. Thanks to our sponsors who have supported the event, and all the volunteers doing the timing and officiating and all the rest. Sam is looking to make the freeze here. Looks like it needs to come down a little bit. A little bit of an oversweep there from Team Ballard. Just want to improve that communication a little bit. The top 4 boys teams will make the playoffs in this week's event, and as I said earlier, and tiebreakers will be decided by head-to-head or last stone draw, so that's becoming more and more important in different levels of competition, that last stone draw, and cumulative LSD will be important in this one as well. Looks like that one just spun back, says Dawson. It's a second look. Fortunately, we don't have video replay here in the booth, so we'll be able to, or we can't actually see the boards, but those are both pretty close to touching.
That was a good spin.
So Team Ballard looking to make the hit and roll away here and sit 2. So Eric just with those 2 rocks in the control zone there, just looking to make the double, maybe spin up towards the corner, and could be setting up here for another blank. Ken McCardle and his ice staff have been working hard all weekend here on the ice, and it continues to curl lots for these junior curlers, really testing their ability to throw a positive handle and throw it straight. Great shot there from Ben. Nice throw there. This is the first of 5 events on the BC Junior Curling Tour this season. This is the Anita Cochrane Memorial Classic. We have the Golden Ears Junior Cash Spiel happening October 12th to 14th. The Rick Cotter Memorial happening October 18th to... actually, date doesn't quite look accurate here in the thing I'm reading. October 18th to 20th, I believe. The Kamloops Junior Cash Spiel going November 1st to 3rd. And the Optimist Junior Cash Spiel in Esquimalt going November 9th to 11th. The top team, women's team and top men's team on the BC Junior Curling Tour will get a direct entry into the BC Junior Curling Championships taking place at the Victoria Curling Club December 27th to January 2nd. So Rhett makes the nose hit there. Kapitko looking to make the nose hit here. Lots of nice hit and stick arounds here in this second end of play. Shaping up for a blank end, but no one wants to roll out here though. It gives the opposition a chance to throw a draw, so it's really important to hit and stick around on these shots and force your opposition to do the same. Team Colwell here. We've got Mitchell Kapitko throwing third stones. Coach this weekend is his father, Chad Kapitko. Team Ballard is coached by coaching duo Karen and Craig Lapine.
That's 2-0. Ballard's 1-1.
So just to give you an update on the standings and the events, you can go to curlingzone.com to see those, but Team Colwell's at 2-0 right now. Team Ballard's at 1-1, so an important game here for both teams. Team Colwell probably looking to secure themselves a spot in the playoffs with a win here, and Team Ballard's looking to stay on track and get to 2-1. I'd like to welcome Chris Summers to the booth now. He's going to be joining me as the analyst this afternoon.
I don't know how much I can add to your expert play-by-play
Oh,
calling
sure,
here,
there's
but
plenty, Chris.
You hear it every week, so unfortunately for you, pretty clean end by the looks of things.
Yeah, it's been 2 open ends here. There's kind of a tick shot made right off the bat, but left no corner guard, so set up for a blank here.
You better get on that.
We have all 6 ends of action going this afternoon, so if you want to keep up to date, please go to curlingzone.com and check out the line scores.
Yeah, it's on.
So you can see just by the ice here, Eric's taking the amount of curl we're seeing. Eric throws, he's from the Vernon Curling Club and used to having curly ice and throws lots of handle, but try to throw 10 seconds here with a nice positive rotation.
I'm saying it's a bit big. 9.5. Controllable weight rolls out, unfortunately.
Oh, your voice changed.
So nice chance here for Dawson to throw a draw. Make sure he's got that draw weight. The skipper always wants to have it. He's gonna go out to the wings here and try to force a tougher peel out of Team Colwell. Thank you.
Our top.
Thanks to Marcio here, getting our camera angles fixed for us.
Our crack technical staff here. Looks a little bit hot. They're not laying much this. Maybe they can tuck a little bit around that one that's on the edge there, but nope. This one's going to sail on through by the looks of it, or go back house. Oh, it just hangs on at the back there.
So quick 2 ends of play here. Eric Colwell looking for the blank end here in the second end of Draw 6 action at the Anita Cochrane Memorial. Team Colwell sitting at 2-0.
Zipped it out there.
Just looked like he was a little outside on release there, but
Should catch it.
going to get away with it, and a nice peel there from Eric. We'll be back in a moment with Draw 3 action from the Anita Cochrane Memorial.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Ballard Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Ballard Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Ballard Direct.
Welcome back. Just to get you up to date on all 6 sheets of action through 2 ends, we have Team Haffley and Team Coles Lister tied at 0-0. Team Bowles versus the Team 4K girls, with Team Emily Bowles leading 2-0. Gabby Brissett is trailing Team Durant 1-0. Team Colwell, Ballard, obviously blank there through 2 ends of play. That's our feature game this afternoon. Team Gaidos is up 1-0 on Team Richards. And Team Aoki from Japan is playing Team Tao, leading 2-0 through 2 ends of play. Here's a look at our lineup here. Skip Eric Colwell, third Mitchell Kopitko, second Ben Morin, and lead Logan Mirren. And their opposition Team Ballard, Dawson Ballard throwing the skip stones, Rhett Hildenbrandt throwing third, Brandon Reimer throwing second, and lead Sam Huston. You are here with Will Sutton and our other commentator, Chris Summers. Sorry, just got this camera flipped for you again.
One more. Minor technical difficulties. There we go.
So you saw the Team Ballard Rock slip in the top 12 foot, and Eric Call, the corner guard there, Chris.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's more going to help Ballard where it's at now. So a little tap back by the looks of it. Two rocks now biting, one biting the front of the rings and one over on T-line in the 8 foot.
So a couple options here. There's the hit and roll off that top yellow rock. Eric looks like he's looking to have a few more rocks in play here and really make use of that guard he just put up.
I guess he's getting a little bit bored with 3 blanks so far. Two blanks, probably. I'm a little late to the game again. Story of my life. It's looking a little deep. They're not really touching this. Hopefully it grabs the curl and slows down. Trying to slip back house though. Ooh.
A little deeper than he wanted there, and Dawson's deciding if he wants to play a hit there. Line one shot rock here is that looks like it is yellow at the moment, I believe, based on the overhead cameras. So, any other options here, Chris, or is this? It looks like Dawson's going up on that other option and maybe throwing a draw here.
Yeah. I mean, hitting that rock, I don't think really changes much for Colwell. They're going to draw around anyways again. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not quite as safe of a call, but I still think it's a hard hit to go in, try and clip out that back loose. So the draw is probably a better call right now. You got a little backing.
Yeah, it's important for this to be in that top 8 foot and not slip into the 4 foot and leave a double takeout.
Yeah.
Nice thing is, Team Colwell just threw this, so as long as Brandon was going to school a bit on the last throw, it should be a pretty makeable shot here. Sweepers say it's a little hot. They're playing an audible here, maybe trying to come off that yellow stone.
I think it's already past that. I think we're playing the wick. Are they close? No, it's over curled on them already. Good thinking on the plan B, but unfortunately they weren't able to hold that rock and try and clip off that front yellow. So this sets up things nicely for Colwell.
Yeah, he'd like to roll in here if he can. Based on the hand signal there, he's looking for that kind of 10-second hog-to-hog wait here, Chris.
Let's see if you can throw it.
On this curly ice, this is really a great weight that can engage both sweepers.
Brand new rocks are really lively. You don't want to overthrow it either if you're trying to keep them in play.
These are Canada Curling Stone rocks that the Royal City's purchased here recently.
A lot of late curl. Good weight. Actually, it's in a really good spot.
Nice shot there. stick. Maybe roll in a little. How's that center be a little
defensively like he's had so far this game. This is the right call. They're really pounding this. They're gonna get by the guard. Oh yeah, with lots of room. Nice little,
great shot and well swept there from Team Ballard.
really good throw. Looks like their shot.
Would be nice to almost roll away here if you are going to play a hit, but
Yeah, you don't want to go start drawing play towards the center here. Doesn't do you any good when you have hammer start tucking around the center guards at this point. They're going to draw up to it though.
yeah, nice shift here in the call. That rock's behind the tee line, and it's pretty early in this end, so he's calling the out-turn draw. So they're looking to keep this rock in front of the tee line.
And then just turn the ball through.
Ben Morin, longtime teammate of Eric's.
So line's looking pretty good. They're on off it, so we'll see. It might be close.
So similar to that shot we saw from Brandon Reimer a couple ago, this one's just a little hot, and players still just learning the ice, and there's been a lot of rocks down that path, so it's going to be a little quicker than some of the other paths out there. They'll figure it out though. It's early here in the Draw 6 action at the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial. Nice chance here for Team Ballard to put the pressure on and draw around the center guard here, eh, Chris?
I like this call. I mean, you get it in the right spot here, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Colwell. They're probably going to have to think about running their guard, that center guard back. Or peeling it outright. Where do you think you want to put this rock? Just biting the 4-foot?
So this one's just got a little bit of less handle than some of the rocks we've been seeing throughout this game here, and that's going to rub the guard, but rolls the right way and does protect shot stone in the back 4-foot.
Yeah, it turns out to be a pretty good miss.
The optimal rotation on this ice is more than 3 for sure, but we want to see about 4 revolutions on the rock to really maintain that handle and have the rock hit the break point a little later.
I think a lot of the teams this week so far have struggled with that. They haven't quite figured out this ice, these conditions, and getting that extra handle up.
We really like to see these kind of conditions on the BC Junior Curling Tour. It prepares these teams for the conditions that they'll have at the BC Championships and beyond.
It's looking pretty good. Just get by the guard. We just a hair light.
So sitting second and third shot here, but Team Ballard is still shot stone and has a chance to kind of use that rock top 12-foot almost as a guard. Hey, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, if they can sink this one in here, where are they going to go? What's Team Colwell going to do with their next shot? They're going to have to make a little bit more of a tricky run back.
Absolutely, might see that bail point happen for Team Colwell after this if it's made. What do you think the speed will be like out here?
Probably a 14-second hog-to-hog, thereabouts.
Yeah, a little slower, I think, out in this newer path for sure.
Yeah. Maybe closer to 13 and a half. It's looking close, though. There they go.
Great job there by Rhett Hildenbrand to make a nice draw there, and Dawson gave him a nice amount of ice there to ensure that guard was not in play.
Yeah, as we tell him, maximum ice. You think you have enough ice, take another 6 inches.
And the break point on this ice is a little later, so it's important to have some room by that guard, or you're going to come out the other side in a lot of cases.
Well, it looks like Team Colwell is going to try and play the run back, open it up if nothing else.
Nice call here.
Yeah. ton of weight at this.
Trying to probably save that blue he's running back. Keep it in the rings is kind of the goal here. Wants to be high side.
Nice shot.
Nice shot there, and we'll create shot stone now is blue in that back corner, and
It is accessible though. I think you can get into it. Well, yeah, you should be able to get to it.
a couple options for Dawson here. He's just probably looking at whether he can see a hole there or maybe tap that yellow up.
Either one's a good option. Depends how you want to call it.
Important if you're playing the tap to not roll your shooter too far out there and set up a double. So if you are going to play the tap there, you really want to almost get to the nose, I think.
That's a lot of ice for a tap. Unless he's playing it straight going around to back four, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like Dawson's kind of icing things based on what he saw in Rhett's two shots there. And hopefully we see the same kind of. Not sure we'll see the exact same reaction here on the rocks, but like you say, Chris, he is going to throw a little more weight to make this tap than we just saw Rhett throw.
Yeah, it's a new path, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully they throw similar style, similar release.
The third option here, I think, was tapping that right yellow or left for those watching on the overhead camera behind the blue that's top 12 foot. So right now the rock Dawson's tapping is pretty well 3/4 buried, so this is a nice call, but really wants to be careful not to roll his shooter open on this one and set up a double.
I think it might be a bit light.
$15.53 on the hog to hog. That's probably about top 8 foot. And he'll be second stone, but
It's kind of giving it out for Colwell to get their juice now.
I do think Eric has to be careful, though. Those two yellow rocks are in a pretty dangerous position right now, angling up to go right onto the button.
Yep.
He draws it there. It's kind of setting up a pretty basic shot for Dawson to sit one buried. So I think he really wants to be careful here for this rock to be on the left-hand side of the center line if you're looking at the overhead camera right now. Anything on the button will leave a pretty basic shot to
You just want
sit
to
one buried.
probably bite that 4 foot at most. Well, we won't be having a blank this end.
Doesn't seem to be anybody sitting here. They come back now. Oh, they left. Oh, we got this one right here.
Eric Colwell, the Canadian finalist last year at the U18 Championships.
The Supers are calling it being a bit up.
This one's running a lot straighter than sort of expected. Oh, and it grabs though, and holy smokes.
So as we like to tell our teams as coaches, keep a room down.
However, it sort of worked out on that one, Chris.
It worked out really, really well.
Sitting two now buried, and
I think it takes away the tap, which they were never going to use that. It's probably better to trim.
Dawson found the piece, and he's going to make sure that one gets off the ice. Well done to him there. And what are the options here, Chris?
Well, there's the straight draw. Bury it top 4.
Other option
could-
would be to play the run back,
run
hey,
back,
and
yeah.
kind of kill those two blues and sit two. But both good calls here. This is a nice chance to maybe steal the end if you can sit one top of the button.
Boils down to which one you prefer. And that's what we're trying to decide right now.
He's also looking at that tap. One thing I like about the outturn draw is we've seen it about 5 times this end. It hasn't been made every time, but we have seen this path a lot. So
you should know the ice. You should know what it's going to do. You should know the speed. The sweeper should be on top of this.
yeah, you got it. So with the number of rocks we've seen down this path, it should be right up to speed, 14.5 to 15, and Sam and Brandon should be able to manage this to the top button nicely.
I think it's for a nice 15. Should be perfect for the sweepers to take it. I'm just watching this one, letting it work. I think he pushed it out a little bit. It's just hanging up there. This is where it busted last time, so.
1378 on the hog to hog, and this one's not going to pick. And
oh dear, it just stayed a little bit straight with a little bit of a push out in his release.
I thought it ran pretty similar to what Eric's did before it grabbed there.
Yeah. The weight was pretty close.
So the good news for Team Ballard is there's no real easy draw right now. I think you'd probably have to take ice over on sheet 3 with the draw where Eric's signaling. So he's gonna give himself a little real estate over there and
he's gone up to the front of the end boards. Sideboards, apologies. Yeah, I mean I don't see any other real option here.
No, it's a good call here. Just needs to throw it positive, and Eric does that. So. Gonna guess it's like maybe a 13 out here.
Probably. It might run a little straighter this far out. We'll see. All he needs is full 8 in a bit. So
yeah, he'll be fighting those 2 yellows, and wants to be careful not to overcurl here, obviously, because you could tap them up. So important here if the tolerance would be to be a little full and.
You don't want to give away points, so you've got 2 in the pocket. You might as well try and handle those. This is just a bonus.
That's what it says on the back of the vest.
Eric really made sure he got that one out there, it looks like, and the sweepers are going to do their best here.
They're working it.
Line's great. It's going to be too slow out there, and successful end though for Team Colwell. They get their deuce and go up 2-0 after 3 ends of play here at the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial Junior Curling Classic at the Royal City Curling Club in New Westminster. We'll be back in just a moment.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Ballard Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Ballard.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Ballard Direct.
And welcome back, as Logan's being asked to put his first one top 4 foot here, or tight center guard here. We'll just get you updated on what's happening on other sheets. Through playing the 4th end now, Team Haffley and Coles Lister are tied 3-all. Team Emily Bowles and the 4K girls has Emily Bowles leading 3-0 through 3 ends of play there, and in the 4th end now, Gabby Brissett is trailing Hannah Durant 3-1. Team Colwell obviously leading 2-0 here on our feature sheet here, and Team Richards tied with Team Guidos 3-1 all on sheet 3 and sheet on sheet 5, sorry, and sheet 6 has our visiting team from Japan, Team Aoki, playing Team Tao, tied 2-all. So interesting call there with the 2-up lead. Eric asked for the center guard there. Hey, Chris, looking to keep the offense going?
Well, I guess he felt good after the last, and he figured he'll come out a little more aggressive this end.
Yeah, I like the call. It's all in your end plan. Sometimes a team with a 2-up lead will throw their first top 4-foot, knowing that the other team's going to throw a corner guard. But Eric, wanting to make sure play comes to the middle here, is called the center guard there. A little bit of a mistake at a Team Ballard there with the hog corner guard.
Yeah, it's a tough one now. They're going to be on the defensive, especially if they hook this around that center guard, which is exactly what Team Colwell wants, to play back to the center.
Nice. Line looks great. Looking to put this one in front of the tee line. Top 8-foot would be ideal.
It's close. Good spot. Now, Team Ballard's now forced to play towards the center. Unfortunately, that's what happens when they don't get that corner guard up. And
absolutely, this it's not in your end plan. Probably to be playing towards the middle on lead rocks, but unfortunately with the hog rock, that's the one option here. I guess another option would be the tick shot. If you really wanted to take play back towards the wings, you might see a team do that. But I like the freeze call here with that one coming a little deep.
there we go.
Nice looking shot here.
Excellent shot in a really good spot.
Ben Morin looking to make the freeze here. Curls out of the Vernon Curling Club. This team's sort of from all over the Thompson Okanagan area, Kelowna, Vernon, and Kamloops.
Yeah, they had quite the breakthrough year last season.
Absolutely. Maybe coming a little deeper than they wanted, but they got the most they could out of it there. Hey, bearing it there and sitting 2 now.
Yeah, it's in a pretty good spot. It would be nice if it was just maybe front of the pin, but it's really cut down that scoring area for Team Ballard.
Yeah, it'd be nice here just to kind of make a freeze tap if you can, and those blue rocks are really close to being behind the tee line and helping Team Ballard. So this is all about setting up the angles so you can do that in a future shot.
Yeah, it's important just to kind of get it in there. Sweepers are calling it as big, a little bit heavy. It probably is. I got 13 1/4. This might be sailing through unless he gets a rub.
Yeah, that side just seems to be, teams seem to get a little caught there maybe on the ice. We've seen about 3 rocks run a little, that was a bit heavy, but we've also seen 3 rocks that run a little straighter than expected. So see how they adapt. Eric, call this one kind of top 8 on angled on that yellow, Chris? Or?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he's trying to get that angle, cut off that path a little bit too. Sleepers are working hard, but I think it's actually pretty close. Actually, maybe to here deep now. Maybe they've overworked it a little bit. It's got to curl up.
Do what they did last time if they get on her now, maybe. But,
right around and hook on that front one, but that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, nice shot there from Ben Morin. Good.
It's really good.
Good weight call. The boys might have overswept her a little, but heads up at the end for sure.
This is setting up very well for Team Colwell, but Team Ballard needs to make a decision here. I think they need to bail themselves out pretty soon here.
Yeah, with last stone advantage here, nice chance to clean things up a little bit here and bring play into the rings.
So I think he's calling the run back. Peel off that center guard or run it right back into the pile and open it up. Throw in some heat. A little bit inside on that release. There it goes. Floating out again.
Nice close. A nice shot there, rolling off the center line and exposing those two blues. Team Ballard's going to be happy with that. Wasn't quite what they call, but key there was to make contact with some of those rocks in the rings.
Yeah, and Team Colwell is just going to put the guard back. I think that's not a bad call.
With the curl on this ice, we've seen placement of guards to be a challenge this week, so Team Colwell really wants to take enough ice on this one and hopefully be finishing the rock rather than having to hold it.
He's going through his options. He's also considering that short run back in the blue and the yellow. I think he's called that.
In the car, on the car there,
So it looks like he's calling for a hack weight.
Yeah, could sit 4 here with, or sit 3 anyhow with the hack weight call, and nice call here with the 2-point lead, a little more on the protecting side. I like it.
I guess you won't forget your water bottle when you sit down and food.
Calling us hard. This is where it curls a lot, but it's looking pretty close.
Great shot.
Excellent shot.
So lying 4, chances to get a few rocks moving here, and Rhett's going to be asked to fire it. He is throwing it big, but the important thing here is to keep your shooter in play. So you want to get a few blues moving, but you want to make sure your yellow rock stays in play here. So important to be close to nose or make the roll.
Yeah, nose would be ideal. If you make the roll, that's okay. It's a little tight out of his hands. A lot tight out of his hands, unfortunately. This one's over curling on him already. I just need to throw it off.
So coming up here on thirds last now, looks like we're going to see Eric's team shift a little bit here, Chris, in terms of the plan here with a nice chance to attack.
Yeah, put pressure on him.
Looking to put up the center guard. It's really important there to touch one of those rocks and get a couple of those blues at least behind the tee line. So going to be tough here for Team Ballard to score here in the 4th end of play.
Yeah, I think you just want to put it on the left side of center. Or
Brusher's doing a nice job here of managing this one, looking to
they're really pounding this, so it's
drag it over that hog line.
It's going to over curl. It's still going to be a distraction, but I don't think it's guarding much.
Yeah, a little higher and a little more curl than they wanted. So Dawson's looking to make a tap here and maybe throw a little more weight. Actually, looks like he's called maybe hack weight, board weight.
I think it was board, yeah, bumper. It's got to hit that one on the left, I think, first, so I just sit there. Can't over curl.
Looking to kind of make the nose, but also chisel that right one out of there if he can. This is a nice chance here. It looks close.
It's close. That was a little concerned about hitting that one on the right there. Hits the corner of it, it's just going to roll off like the way it did.
So guard placement here is going to be important. Really want to keep this one on the left-hand side of the center line and set up for that steal.
See if they give themselves extra ice for this shot.
Eric Colwell at 2-0 here through playing his 3rd draw now. It's teams play 4 games in the event, and top 4 teams will make the championship round playoffs. There is a consolation round playoffs on the boys and girls side of the event as well. So lots of curling action here at New Westminster's Royal City Curling Club. tomorrow as well. We'll be broadcasting all draws that are on sheet 4 for the whole event. So Eric's looks like looking to keep this one on the left-hand side of the center line. It's curling a little big on them again here. So
yeah, it should be laying like on this one. It's going to over curl and leave that.
And all of a sudden, opportunity shifted this end, and Dawson's maybe seen a chance for a skip's deuce, but will likely leave a freeze for Eric if he makes the hit and roll. Hey, Chris?
Yep. Looks like he's just throwing hack.
So it's really nice for these teams to get an opportunity to play on this ice, and you can kind of see with the amount of curl there, it's sometimes tough to manage those guards when you need to place them, and but it's a really good chance for them to practice on this type of ice conditions and prepare them for future competitions.
Yeah, it's always good. The early season practice is always a nice reminder of, oh yeah, we got to actually play on this kind of conditions on a regular basis here. Forces you to remember all the little finite details of your technique. So hack weight looks a little narrow, but I think it's looking okay. It's hanging up there. I think we may have overthrown this a little bit.
So hopefully can stay shot rock here, and not a bad result there. Should open things up, open the scoring area up a little bit here, and Eric can make the hit and roll back, but
he's gonna leave him. Dawson's gonna have a draw for one at least. So. He's a wee bit more weight than he wanted to throw, and that's why he didn't get quite the same curl.
looks like Eric, based on the ice, Chris, is called about board weight here, control kind of weight.
Yeah, something for his sweepers to control. He needs to stick around, but it looks like it's taking off already.
So with the rollout there, the question is the tap there now? And looks like it is. Dawson's going to stand up pretty confident there to play the hack waiter here for a couple.
Yeah, hack weight's what you need. You just have to shove this back to the back line. There's plenty of room. Your typical club curling ice, you wouldn't be able to make this shot sometimes, but here it's not a problem.
Yeah, with that guard being as high as it is, you can probably even get away with back line here and engage those sweepers a little bit. Dawson Ballard, gold medalist at the 2019 Canada Winter Games in Red Deer. Might have just overthrown this one a little bit, but they're staying close.
I think it's pretty close. It should bust right about now. I don't think they really need to oversweep this that much.
12:28 on the hog-to-hog time, and does get his one out of it though, and
good try.
We'll be back with the about 5 minutes with fifth end action from the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial Junior Curling Classic here at the Royal City Curling Club in New Westminster.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Ballard Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Ballard Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight, you gotta see this. Look, 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 look.
Shh, I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Ballard Direct.
Welcome back to fifth end action of our feature game here on sheet 4. It's Team Colwell taking on Team Ballard in the sixth draw at the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial Junior Curling Classic.
Looks like Team Ballard took a page out of Team Colwell's book and decided to throw up a center guard with the first one, a little bit high.
Yeah, trailing one here without last rock. Nice call here for a second center guard.
So, Team Ballard's trying to draw a tight guard. Lots of ice. Sweepers are working hard on that one. It's a full house up here, as you can probably hear in the background. Always get a good turnout in the Anita Cochrane Memorial Ballard Spiel.
Well, I think they're all in the same area, aren't they? At like,
So, Team Colwell has decided to try and draw around.
you know where the mosque in the temple when you head right onto
So, drawing around, that one slipped just to the back button, a little deeper than they wanted, so Team Ballard's going to try and freeze to it. Cut off that scoring area, freeze tap. Even something top 4 would be a good option. There's lots of good places to put this rock. However, throwing it way heavy, which I think may have happened here according to what the sweepers are calling, even though it seems to be coming down nicely now.
it just like died.
As soon as that rock grabs that curl, it does come off. This is actually just a little bit too heavy. Chip off and wick. It leaves it open for them to hit and roll. So Team Colwell's called for the little hit and roll, probably a hack later. Then Morin throwing this rock.
Yeah, no, if they're trying to like on a dedication, then it's gonna work.
They're working it hard.
I could always take your card.
Pretty good shot. Actually, a little bit overswept. I think they're worried because I was going to jump sideways on them with a curl, and they kept on the brooms. Still a pretty good result. So now Team Ballard's chasing here a little bit. Trying to a little bit out there. They're hoping it curls up. It's a little hot. They might get this the other way, but I think they're going to lose their shooter. Jams. Yeah, and unfortunately, I think he just overthrew that slightly. Asked for hack, and it got closer to the board. So, Team Colwell's got 2-3 center guards now, so they're actually going to try and use them. Draw around top 4, I'm guessing, with this shot. It's 5.5 feet of ice is being called for this, so lots of curl out here. Hopefully your curling clubs have this much curl. It's a great facility to play in with this kind of conditions. So they are This one's looking a little deep. You probably wanted to sit this top 4, but that's actually in a really good spot. Just biting the front edge of the button. It's well overburied.
I don't know.
So Team Ballard needs to make a decision here what you want to do. Dawson's going through his options. This is a tough call here. They're trying to play a little tap, I'm thinking. The way he's holding the broom. Again, this one appears to be big. This is the 3rd time they've been down this path, and they've been a little bit over in weight. I think they're getting fooled by the ice slightly. Weight was good, but the weight was a little bit heavy. My apologies, and it just kissed off there. They're getting fooled by this path. This one there's just hanging out there a little bit.
That one spot at this start.
Don't want this too deep if it's going to stay open. That's the problem with it. It's pretty good though. It's just edge of button. Team Ballard should be bailing out right about now.
Could definitely get a couple of these moving, eh, Chris?
Yeah.
The back 4 one and the top 4 one there. Lose a shooter, but
right now they're looking at 3 against it, so they got to do something here.
yeah. Another option would be to throw the freeze, but it's this is a freeze tap kind of, and just roll in towards the center. But a lot of blue in the scoring area there. Dawson's looks like he's asking his 3rd just to clean things up, and maybe okay giving up 2 here.
Yeah, there's a second shot, so this is the time. It looks a little bit out there. I'm hoping it curls up a bit. It's gotta curl. Flip the corner of it. Well, that's actually not a bad result. Opens things up slightly.
Yeah, it does move everything behind the tee line, and chance though here for Team Colwell to shut things down. It's important for this one to even just be biting the top 4 foot.
Yeah, the last rock we just went in here deep and allowed that short little hit to open it up. So this one, it's all about keeping it front house.
If you're Team Ballard though, you're pretty happy. There's some stuff on the right-hand side of the sheet you can come off of, and can come in that other way. So rock placement here for Team Colwell's really important. Don't want to guard here.
No, but they are really working this rock hard.
Mitchell Kopitko, the 3rd here, looking to put this one in the top of the 4 foot. And that is going to be helping Team Ballard there, just going to act as a center guard for them. And
So
all of a sudden,
like
that scoring area is getting pretty small.
Do you like the draw around, or do you like trying to come off that one on the right side of our
Well, I'm
screen?
thinking what Dawson likes about this situation is he's seen this path a lot. So they've seen this a little more maybe than that intern side of the sheet. And so call here from him.
Okay.
Hoping that's enough ice.
Yeah, it doesn't seem not a lot.
This spot was, both teams did have a rock run a little straighter here in the, I think it was the 3rd end, or maybe it was the, was it the 3rd or the 1st
It
end?
was the 3rd end.
And we had Eric's kind of grab at the end, and
That was the 3rd end.
okay. So we'll see what this one does here. Weight looks a little big. Sweeper's judgment there.
It's actually looking really close, but it might be on that back blue. That's actually not a bad shot.
Shot stone, Team Ballard now in the back of the button, and Eric's just going to look to make a little freeze tap here, but you're starting to see that scoring area get really small here, so could be setting up for a force.
Yeah, that was a saving shot for Dawson there. It's in a really good spot with tons of backing.
Yeah, well done.
There's no way you're getting that rock out of there.
Just a reminder, we'll be coming to you at 4 p.m. with more action on Sheet 4. It's going to feature Team Sato versus Team Tau. Great shot here from Eric Colwell, and really had the sweepers engaged in that one, and looks like he's going to be shot stone.
Yeah, I think it's a great shot.
Yeah, the good news for him too is he can tap that yellow back, and it looks like there's enough room to bring that back of the 4-foot on your screen there and the overhead into play.
And Team Ballard has called a timeout. Trying to decide what they want to do here with this shot.
They're looking at the hit and roll here, maybe off that left-hand side of the sheet, or chop and lie, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, and that's not a bad decision if you can make that shot, because that rock there could be a danger for Team Colwell to hit and roll and pop that yellow for a big score.
Craig Lapine is the coach of Team Ballard, multiple provincial senior champion, Briar participant, and Masters champion. Still very active in the competitive game.
Oh, they did a timeout. I see the timeout.
Discussing their options.
The Anita Cochrane Memorial does have a ton of volunteers we'd like to recognize doing all the timing this weekend. Head official, Henry Wrong is doing a ton of mentoring this weekend with our timers down here at the Royal City Curling Club. So thanks to them for giving these athletes a good simulation of what they'll see at provincial championships.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing about this Spiel. It just gets you ready for that season. A lot of these curlers don't get opportunities to play with time clocks or this kind of conditions on a regular basis, so it gets them really well prepared for the season ahead.
So you see the coach there just discussing things with his players on the backboards and looking at the options. You can come off that blue and or even play an outturn freeze here and close down things on that end, but I really don't think you want to leave that blue for Team Colwell to come off of, so I do think you'll see them play something on the left-hand side of the sheet here. We'll head you back to the better angle there for you. Just wanted to give you a look at the timeout.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
$10. $10. I'm like,
So they are going to play the outturn freeze here and play what they know here and leave that kind of unknown side maybe for Eric to play on his last.
Yeah, I think this is probably the safer call.
Yeah. Can get shot stone here.
Even if you don't get shot stone, as long as you get probably second shot's what you need, right?
Yeah, I mean, get to the inside of it. You're probably going to be sitting one with a little tap.
Yeah.
With the amount of curl we have here, that rock in the top 12-foot, not really in play. It'll curl lots after that rock. But the freeze here is great.
Anyone for 50?
I have to use the bank machine. I don't have any money. What is the charge for the bank machine? Craig likes the body.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Oh,
Sweepers are saying it's a little up, but they want to stay close here. Curls big here.
Yeah, you got to manage this rock.
Line looks excellent. Want to get to the inside of this blue if they can.
Gotta be careful. This is robust.
Thank you.
Oh, they walked that right there.
Yeah, I guess that was the call.
I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, me too. It seems like a reasonable chance for 2 here off this rock, so I thought you might want to close that scoring area down just a little bit more.
But this is the other shot we were talking about. It's in, off, and plunk on that, and you get 4. It's worth a shot.
Yeah, it's even a shot just for 2. You can kind of throw back hack weight, back line here, and just roll into the button.
Yeah, knowing the young guys, they're going to throw a little bit of heat at this, and they're going to try and take their shot for 4. I don't think there's anything to lose.
Well, the trouble is, though, it's there's a guard up there you've got to get by. I'm not sure you can get quite thin enough if you throw that kind of control weight. I'm thinking this might be more of a board waiter, Chris.
Yeah, they're calling less weight.
Eric Colwell with a chance to score 2 here and spread his lead to 3 here in the 5th end of play.
Kind of pushed it out.
That looks way out there at the moment.
He gave a lot more weight than I think they're calling.
Looks close.
Oh, it's looking real good if they can get this to curl up. This could look really good.
Great shot from Eric Colwell to score 2. 11:16 on the time there, so really nice board weight, and had the sweepers engaged in that one at the end, so good job to Team Colwell. We'll be back in a moment with 6th end action from the Anita Cochrane.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Ballard Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Ballard Direct.
And welcome back to the Royal City Curling Club here. You are watching the Draw 6 action of the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial Junior Curling Classic. I'd like to thank some of our local sponsors here, the Ted, Mona, and Paul Bassett, and Pajo's Fish and Chips, Westminster Savings, Boston Pizza, New Westminster, who's supplying our athletes with a nice banquet this evening, and Refresh Carpet and Upholstery. Through 6 ends of play, or playing the 6th end, you have Team Hathaway leading Coles Lister 5-4. Emily Bowles is leading the 4K girls 5-1. Gabby Brissett is tied 4-all with Hannah Durant. Team Colwell in our feature game here has scored a couple deuces and forced Dawson Ballard to their point to lead things 4-1, playing the 6th end with Richards and Gaidos tied 2-all, playing the 6th, and Team Aoki from Japan is up 2 against Team Tao on sheet 6. So Chris, nice job so far here from Team Colwell in scoring their deuces with hammer.
Yeah, they've been managing this game quite well. They're in the driver's seat here. Interesting first call was to put up a center guard, tight center guard.
Was that the call?
I think it was, actually.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, you know Team Ballard's going to put up a corner guard, so another option would be to put that rock in the top of the 4-foot, and with a 3-point lead, that's what you typically see teams do. But not saying that's wrong. A nice center guard here, and it's going to bring play to the middle. So Eric's just looking to keep rocks in play.
So he's going around that center guard that he set up. It's a lot of ice, but it's a lot of curl.
Yeah, it's just about keeping this one in front of the tee line.
Pretty good release.
Looks like it's getting pretty tight on that guard, so the boys are going to try to hold it.
Maybe turn it over a little bit on the release. It's going to be all over that center guard. a little light as well, even though.
Well, we're setting up for an interesting end with 3 guards up through 3 rocks of play here in the 6th end. And Eric Colwell leading Dawson Ballard 4-1.
So Dawson's going to use this corner guard and try and draw around it.
Yeah, nice job here by Dawson. He put up that corner guard for a reason, and he's going to use it right away. Another option is to go around those center guards. I think you will see play start to come to the middle sooner than later in this end, unless Dawson chooses to peel, which I don't see him doing with the 3-point deficit.
I'm a little concerned about line the way they're sweeping this.
Yeah, Red Hildenbrandt's on the inside there. Wants to get this one by the guard.
I don't think line's the only issue here, though. I think they got.
Looks great.
I'm sure it's on the paint, though. They may have a bite on that
Yeah,
one.
might have got a biter there. I think they could have managed that a little differently. If Rhett's on the inside the whole time, he's going to hold that line just a little bit more. So just a little bit of maybe miscommunication there, getting Brandon Reimer on the inside at the end there. No need to get that rock any more buried than it was.
So Team Colwell is going to go around their center guards.
Great line here, as we see. There's lots of curl here at the after the break point, and wants to keep this one in front of the tee line.
It's close, probably just lighting button. Nice rock.
Good judge there from Mitchell Kapitko and Logan Mirren.
Yeah, they managed that really well. They did indicate it was a little bit hot. As long as they were by their guards, they came off it. It was good. Good work.
So Dawson, wanting to bring play over to the wings here now a little bit, is going to play the peel on the 2 blues.
Yeah, I think you have to do this now.
Looking to save his shooter though, so looking just to hit and roll over and keep that corner guard open. Keep that corner guard in play, sorry.
Yeah, he's probably not going to get both the rocks going here, but
Just looking at like 7/8 of it here, 3/4.
I think you gotta believe it's going to curl. And yeah, they almost lost. I think they've lost this. However, that's not terrible either.
Yeah,
Guess I won
nice
off this.
result.
Yeah.
So Eric's going to walk up and play the draw around the center guard here, looking to keep the pressure on Team Ballard. Been watching Eric curl for a number of years. He's very comfortable with rocks in play, and as you can see with that center guard call here to kick off this 6th end of play. Mitchell's just trying to finish this one a little bit and get a little more buried. Well managed there by the team, and got all they could out of that one in the back of the button.
Yeah, they were just trying to get it buried first. I think Team Ballard was always going to peel these guards off.
Yeah, trailing 3 with that rock creeping behind the tee line. Would you ever just play a freeze here, Chris, or maybe?
I
a
like
tap?
that actually. I think you're running out of ends. You got to be a little more aggressive here.
Yeah, the good news is you're opening up your scoring area here, but you are trailing by 3, so offense is important at this point in the game. Playing 6, needing a deuce.
It's curling.
Nice call though here, and
There it goes.
nice shot from.
You make it a little.
Sits one buried now. Lovely shot. And Eric, with the 3-point lead now, is forced to make a decision here. Does he peel that corner, or does he throw the center guard?
The way he's played has been pretty consistent. I bet he's going to put up a guard. And there he goes.
The risk in this shot is guard placement is really tough with the amount of curl we have, and if that guard's a 1 zone or 2 zone, you can likely tap the rock that is in the rings behind the tee line.
Oh, they're going the other way, which is interesting. I don't think they've thrown this for a little bit. So
You would see a lot of other teams that are maybe a little more defensive play a peel of the corner guard here, or even the run back. But Eric is lying too, so he's happy to throw the guard here.
I don't think it's a wrong decision. You're putting pressure on the other team here.
If you make the guard.
If you make the guard, that's always the catch. But like anything, if you don't make the shot, it doesn't matter what you call. So it looks like this is going to be sliding in, but it's more about the line than anything. No, it's just in front.
Yeah, so helping Team Ballard there. Dawson's got a chance now to make a hit and roll if he wants with backline weight. He's sitting shot and maybe third shot.
Yeah, he's going to have to play this and try and tuck behind. I'll almost be tempted. You can roll way over if you can. The only problem with this is you're going to always be behind T. And I think generating points, would you want to play a tap or
Well,
freeze
the
here?
other option here is to just tap that back and roll away, and that's going to keep your scoring area open too. Looking to try to give himself a chance for a deuce here in the sixth end of play, trailing by 3.
This is, you're working this rock really hard. I think it's going to be close. Oh, they got a little kiss and a little rub and roll. And
Great result there though, sitting shot rock now and third shot.
So next. So yeah, where you lost to us?
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, when you threw
So Eric looking to make the nose hit here. It looks like hack wait's the call.
yeah, it's easy. It should be accessible. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it is definitely not as difficult as you might think on these conditions. So it's a little out there. They haven't really touched it yet.
Mitchell Kopitko throwing third stones here from the Kamloops Curling Club.
I think this should be close though. They're going to roll away and roll out. But they did hit that rock.
So a couple options here now for Dawson, eh, Chris?
Yeah. Draw that center guard. Do you want to try and bring that rock in the front into place? So you have to do something with that back blue. That's a tough shot.
I really think that
Go around
corner
the
guard
corner?
is still
Yeah.
quite useful for Dawson. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a setup shot here. Just looking
around
like
the
he's
corner.
calling it top 8 foot.
Yeah. Good decision.
If Dawson doesn't get shot rock on this shot, you might see Team Colwell just go around the center guard there. So important here to be shot stone, and a little bit of range here though. Top 12 to top 8 foot.
Well, we've got it's big wave from the sweepers. However, I don't think it's as big as they think it is.
Rhett just throws a little less handle too, so they're going to get a little more finish right now, and this looks close.
Ooh, it's
Just slightly overthrown. So with being shot rock now, Eric's going to go up and get back on the attack here. Try to put this one around the center guard, top of the 4 foot. Mitchell's kind of signaling it's okay not to be fully buried, not really wanting to tick that corner center guard. Shouldn't really be in play on this shot. They took lots of ice.
Oh, going back to that again? Like, was it? I think it was. Oh no, we don't know where practice. It was like last week. I don't even know what it did.
important shot here.
I get down to the over to the bar.
Nice throw there from Eric. He got that one out to the stick. That guard is definitely not going to be an issue on this one, which is always nice. It's just all about the weight.
And there it goes. 14 and a quarter, 14 and a half. So should be close. We can get it there.
Nice job there at the end from Logan, trying to get that one edge to edge. But we'll leave the hit and roll now here for Team Ballard. Speed is fantastic. That was 14 and a half.
14-4.
So Dawson's looking to make the hit and roll behind the center guard here. It will leave a short run back for Eric Colwell. So, but nice call here. Not sure you can roll it all the way over behind your corner guard, or else that would obviously be a better option. But just doesn't look like it's there. Those rocks being almost edge to edge.
Yeah. Cracked a bit.
Nice throw from Dawson there.
Look clean, but they're already on this. You gotta get past that guard. Might be a bit soft. Definitely a little down on weight.
So 12:31. Looked like it was about hack weight there, and hopefully he's gonna slip out of there. And looks like leaves Team Colwell sitting 3. So really nice chance here for Eric to position his rocks for a tough force.
I like that rock right there. If you can put it right in the center line, half covering the one in the 8 foot, it's going to make it really, really tough for Dawson Ballard to get his single. Also suggesting going there. It's about cutting off pass.
Yeah, I think if you go where they're kind of signaling it right now, you'll likely force a tap or a hit out of Team Ballard. So if that's what you want to accomplish, good. But you could go to the top of the house here and really force a tough draw.
And they're calling a timeout. The coaches, I'm sure, will have some definite suggestions here. I don't know, where would you throw, Will, on this?
Well, I think I just indicated there, Chris. I kind of like top of the house here, and even with that blue rock that's just been thrown. I think you want to force Team Ballard to play a draw here if you can, and close down easy access to the rings. So maybe right on the DK there in
anywhere the there between I think the NS and DK and the logos there would be also not a bad spot. I would definitely want to make him throw that draw.
Yeah, they're kind of signaling their T line, but that's really just going to keep the 4 foot wide open for Dawson Ballard, and he's been throwing last rock for a while and knows how to put the rock on the T line. I think you'll see them close the scoring area down here. Chad Kapitko is the coach this weekend. Kind of try to flip the cameras here so you can. Oh no, kind of a little too blurry for you. We'll go back. So the kind of principle you want to maybe think about here is when you have last rock advantage, you want to shut down access to the middle, and you typically wouldn't go to the wings unless you really had to. So calling this rock to the wings is really keeping the scoring area open for Team Ballard's last. So I really think the appropriate call here is for play to be towards the middle and shut down that scoring area. Looks like Eric is on the same page, and he's gonna try to put it in the top 8 foot.
Yeah, looks like they're going
Maybe
a little
not.
deeper. Interesting decision making here.
So last stones here for Team Colwell, looking to put this rock on the T line, full 4 foot to sit 4 and put the pressure on Dawson with his last.
Yeah, it'll be key if he gets us in that top 4, top 8 position. It's still going to be tough for.
Yeah, top 8 is real good.
Don't be deep. Keep your front house. And they're looking pretty good. They're not really sweeping this yet, but there they go. They're starting to clean. It's actually looking pretty close.
14:28 on the hog to hog, so this should be at least T line.
too deep. It just gives Team Ballard
And that gave Dawson a real nice visual to just sort of follow that one down if he likes. And pretty simple shot here for a point after looking like it was going to be hard to score after coming into skip stones.
Yeah, I just slid that about 4 feet deeper than they really should have.
Well, I think that was the call they made, but I think it's more maybe the tactics of the call that they might want to take a look at here post-game.
It's interesting. And
the good news is, though, if they wanted Team Ballard to play a takeout, that's what they've accomplished here.
Yeah.
To make the nose hit and keep the game within reach here. Playing the sixth end, trailing by 3 with last stone advantage.
Looked like a pretty good release. I think this is going to be close. But it will blast here. I think he's okay though. I think he's going to hit this and sit right there.
Great shot from Dawson Ballard to keep his team within 2 points here. Going into the 7th end at the draw 6 of the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial Junior Curling Classic at the Royal City Curling Club. We'll be back in a moment after this message from our sponsors.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Ballard Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Ballard Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Ballard Direct.
And welcome back as Sam Hudson puts the first rock in play here in the 7th end of draw 6 action on sheet 4. Team Ballard trailing by 2. Just want to get you up to date on all the scores out there. Team Halfley's got a 2-point lead on Coles Lister playing the 7th end. Emily Bowles has expanded her lead to 6-1 against the 4K girls in the 6th end. Gabby Rosette and Hannah Durant are now tied at 4. Team Colwell in our feature game is leading by 2 with the Hammer, playing 7. They're at 2-0 this week and looking to go to 3-0. Team Richards and Gaidos are in a tight one at 3-2, playing 7. And our team from Japan, Team Aoki, is tied with Johnston Tao. 5-all, playing the 8th end now here at the Anita Cochrane. They're playing nice and fast.
Yeah, isn't time clocks a great thing?
As after this center guard our volunteers from the timers to the coaches, the parents are a lot of Championship. Thanks to our event organizer, Steve Kopf, along with his partner, Craig Lightbody, who helped with the draw and that sort of thing. These guys have been running it here since the beginning.
It's hard work. They spend many a nights sitting in the club poring over schedules and draw times, so we really do appreciate the work they do.
So with that one slipping into the rings, you'll see Logan make a nice shot there, and Dawson's going to ask for that guard to be replaced, but bad news is the peeling can start after this one.
Yeah, it's never good when you're down late in a game and you start sliding in your guards into the house.
Yeah, trailing by 2 here without last rock. A force to 1 is okay, but your odds of winning the game still aren't very good, so it's really about making a steal here. And so you're going to see Dawson probably go really on the offense this end and try to force a steal this end and increase his chances of winning this game a little bit.
Good second rock.
Yeah, great rock.
Third rock, sorry.
So interesting call here. I believe we're on the. We can peel now, can't we, Chris? If we wanted to.
We can peel.
Okay, just making sure I understand the counting here. And up by 2 with hammer. A peel here would make sense. A lot of danger there, and your rock behind the tee line.
These guys have played this style pretty consistently this game of always trying to keep rocks in play and playing more aggressively, so it kind of fits with their game plan, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and I think if you're Team Ballard, you're thrilled right now with this call.
Absolutely. Rocks in play are your friend when you're trying to steal. This looks pretty good, though.
Again, coming a little deep, so those rocks are really helping Team Ballard right now. Slipping behind the tee line, and chance to glue one on here with a couple center guards up.
Oh, laughter from the sweepers on that one. I think they cooked that one rock a little bit, overswept it slightly. Good to see they're still having fun out there. If it was me, I'd probably be smashing my broom. I might have done that once or twice.
Oh boy, yeah, nice attitudes out there from these guys.
It's been great.
So Brandon's not pleased with that one, throwing it a little heavier than he wanted to, and that's sort of been the story of the game here for Brandon Reinhardt. Just a little deep on some of these draws.
Yeah, the ice has been pretty consistent. It hasn't been jumping around or getting faster. It just seems to be there.
No, that was 13 1/4. It was just a bit of a rocket for sure. So nice call here now from Eric. He's looking to make the freeze here. It's important for this one to be in front of the tee line. Even locked onto that blue is good.
Yeah, it's going to put Ballard in a world of hurt here if he can lock this on here. It's going to be very, very tough for him to try and generate a steal.
Yeah, it's going to be all about trying to get these blue rocks behind the tee line for the remainder of the end for Team Ballard. So the more this one can be in the top 12 to top 8 foot, probably the better for Team Colwell. Looks like a beautiful shot here from Logan. Team Colwell's really had a good handle on draw weight throughout this game. Nicely placed rock there, and Dawson's saying, you know, that guard's so high that it curls so much that we can tap these 2 blues back and sit on the face there. I like this call, and
you may even be able to hook right in there and sit right on top of that. Maybe even be shot. That's a tough. But there's so much swing late here.
For sure, it's that rock top 12, or sorry, the tight yellow guard that you've got to worry about getting around. It's not so much that high guard. Red Hildenbrand here throwing third stones for Team Ballard with his first.
They gotta watch this path. This path, I think, slightly slower than the other ones.
Looks like they might need to make a switch here. They've got Reimer on the inside still. There they go. Perfect.
There it goes. I don't think it's going to curl up quite enough, but it's going to be close.
Just a great team shot there, and well done getting a rock in there, and dangerous spot there for Team Ballard to use in the future.
Yeah, Team Colwell is kind of committed to being aggressive here, and it's going to be tough for them.
Yeah, for sure. 2 down without the hammer. You are committed to trying to steal this end, and been a good game plan so far out of Dawson this end, I think.
And I think unfortunately Team Colwell's kind of fallen into it a little bit. They are third shot Team Ballard, but think about guarding.
Just wondering how they get there, I guess, Chris. So they're actually looking at playing the out turn here for the guard, and
I think so. It's going to be a tough spot to get to, though.
I like the turn selection. I'm just worried that that's too much ice.
Yeah, because you almost have to cut through those two yellows in front of the house to block that path. There's an awful lot of ice.
Looks like they're going around that top guard and going to try to over curl it after the guard. So now I kind of see what the call is here. But yeah, it is. Looks to be running a little straighter than they thought.
On that blue, I think, and they might be tapping it back.
And, with those overlapping now, I think you'll see Dawson try to play a tap here on his next, and really nice chance here for Team Ballard. Get one of those, at least one of those blues behind the tee line, and it's all about the angles though. He wants this one to be slightly on the high side. Doesn't want to cross the face here.
Well, this is boy, it really opened the door up for Dawson though. This is a key shot.
Thirds last here without hammer, playing the seventh end.
Great opportunity to generate a steal here.
Brett Hildenbrandt.
Saying it's big out of his hand.
Want to stay close here though. We know it curls.
I don't think it's maybe a little big, a little heavy. But it's coming down now. It's got the curl.
They're on it there, trying to get all they can out of the curl here. Sam Hudson on the inside. Makes a nice tap in there and rolls the shooter away, so they won't be able to come off of it. Well done. Eric Colwell giving the broom up, saying nice shot there to his competitor. Good sportsmanship all around here in the draw 6 action. Team Colwell 2-0, looking to go to 3-0. Team Ballard 1-1, looking to get to 2-1 here and keep themselves in the playoff hunt. Top 4 of 8 teams make the playoffs. Tiebreakers are decided by head-to-head record and last stone draw. So you're starting to see that cumulative last stone draw become more and more important and in different competitions, and it's a real simulation of that here at the Anita Cochrane.
Trying to decide what they want to do here.
So I really do think that Dawson's still able to use that yellow stone. So they're playing a bit of a draw here, but I really do think protecting that left side of the sheet here would be another option. Dawson's got a nice chance to play a tap on his next. Should he?
They've thrown that path 2 or 3 times now. They're really familiar with it. And they're going. These guys going around the other side. I understand the reasoning behind it to some extent, but they're leaving Team Ballard a shot they've already thrown.
If they did choke off that right side, Team Ballard would have this same draw to get shot rock. So they are taking this draw away though. So good call here. You got to leave something.
Yeah, you can't guard it all.
Again, the key here is in front of the tee line. It doesn't need to be shot rock here. Just top 8 foot fully open is even good.
It's light and it's over curling.
That's going to be helping Team Ballard here.
And
grabbed in that same spot we saw earlier in the game and chokes off. Unfortunately, chokes off the tap for Dawson Ballard. So it's going to force him into the out turn draw to the button here. So Rhett's signaling for a hit and roll, but I think they'll play the draw here. It is the higher percentage shot. Perfect.
Yeah, those are the kind of shots against you that make you shake your head a little bit sometimes. Very, very unfortunate for Team Ballard with that pick that were wound up.
Yeah, that spot's worked out well for Team Colwell twice today. We were sitting 2 after a pick earlier in the game, and now took that tap away with that one. So on the right side of the picks today. So Dawson here looking to sit one here.
still feel like, boy, you're buying the game.
So edge of the 8 foot here. We have seen some curl here, so it's important that this is enough ice. But we've also seen some run straight, so I'm sure Dawson knows what he's doing here. Just doesn't look like a ton of ice. And this one's taking a similar flight path to the rock we just saw Eric Colwell throwing on. I don't think we ever quite had enough ice for the curling shot on that one, but it was light as well though, so 15.5.
So there's a shot here for 2. If you can draw it in there, it'll be really tough for Team Ballard to generate a steal at that point. I don't think there's many options left. They're down to skips first for Team Colwell.
Yeah, top right on the C is even good there of Can Star Restorations.
Yeah, even 1 right now would be fine for Team Colwell. Up through, that's a good position to be in. We have our first final.
Emily Bowles defeating the 4K girls. So this one's seems to be a track there, and this one's running like we've seen a few run in the game. So really does seem to be a little bit of a track there in the middle of the 12 foot. But if you get inside of it, it's going to curl big. So nice chance here for Dawson Ballard to throw that draw to the button again. It's just a matter of getting the broom in the right place. It's just oh no, he's going to the hit and roll. He's lost so much confidence in the path.
Well,
no, timeout here. Craig Lepine's going to go down and talk about the options with his team.
even if you lost confidence in the path a little bit, asking for that long hit and roll is a pretty tough call.
Yeah, typically we look at a draw around a center guard is sort of a 75-80% shot, and a hit and roll is kind of being a 40 to 50% shot. So you want to play more of those makeable shots, and if you know the ice to take, the come around definitely is the call. It's just a matter of if you know the ice to take, though. If you don't know the ice, maybe it's the hit and roll.
Problem with the hit and roll, I mean, even if you're light with a draw, it's not terrible, right? You're not giving up a chance of more than one, most likely, right? As long as you guard that path.
Good point, Chris. And with that 5 rock free guard zone, scoring 3 is definitely a possibility in the 8th end of play. Not a probability, but it's a possibility. Craig Lepine's just making his way out to talk things through with his team. The team is co-coached by Karen Lepine. Team Colwell is being coached this weekend by parent Chad Kapitko.
A lot of close games out there today. It's good to see.
So if they do get to a place to throw that draw here in this timeout, I think what we're not hearing it, but I think what Craig is talking about is how to make that draw to the button in the timeout here. So hopefully going to bring the boys back to kind of getting committed to that draw unless they really think it's unmakeable, and how do we make the shot? That's really what this timeout should be all about.
Yeah, and I don't think the draw is unmakeable. I think it's actually very makeable.
For sure,
I think they just had a little struggle figuring out where exactly to put the broom and then getting out to it.
Well, both teams have been caught too when they get out on that middle of the 12 foot. It runs a little straighter.
Yeah.
But I think if you take ice kind of just outside the edge of the 12, there you go.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
good spot.
exactly where it should be.
So good timeout there from longtime veteran curler Craig Lepine. Still active in the game today. in seniors and masters.
And they're making Craig run off the ice. I'm guessing they're trying to save a little time and get the shot in the timeout.
It's interesting at the Royal City Curling Club, you look around the building and the number of coaches that are provincial champions, national champions, Olympians, world champions. It just goes on, and BC Junior Curlers are in good hands with the number of elite coaches we do have at the U21 age.
And that's apparent by the quality of junior curlers we seem to have. Oh, this is really close.
Oh, and Dawson calls them off, but it was that blue they were worried about, and unfortunately it's going to rub.
And heavy, and that was part of the problem. And I think they got that spot again where.
And they had some rocks so that they could kind of jive into there. It was all about getting by those top blue ones there, and bit of a missed line call by Dawson there. Chance now for the deuce for Eric Colwell, and expand this lead to his lead to 4.
Yeah, and I think that would be the end of the game most likely.
Yeah, you might see with the 5-rock rule, you might still see the team play out the game, but 4 up coming home is sort of that magic number where you're pretty comfortable.
Oh, we would play out that game.
Oh, did you?
Just touched it.
We'll see what these guys do. But first things first, got to make the shot.
Needs to roll in here to score his deuce. 2 up with the hammer, playing the 7th end. Eric Colwell is at 2-0, looking to go to 3-0 in pool play.
In out, this is going to track. Oh. This will track with that little release of his. I think it's going to run real straight and maybe curl up here at the end.
And it'll just be 1 for Team Colwell, so the lead will be 3, playing the 8th end here. We'll be back in a moment for 8th end action. Here's a message from our sponsor. You are watching the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial West Coast Junior Curling Classic in New Westminster.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Ballard Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Ballard Direct.
And welcome back. Didn't want you to miss any of the action here. Team Colwell with the 3-point lead, throwing that first one through the rings, not wanting any rocks in play that can maybe help Team Ballard out.
My favorite shot as a lead is the throw through. I don't miss those.
Another option with the 5-rock rule, you know that Team Ballard gets to throw 2 corner guards up before you can peel. So with the 3-rock lead, another option there is to put your first one in the rings, top 4-foot. You do see some teams do that, but throwing it through is not wrong. You're just trying to make sure that Team Ballard can't use that rock a little later in the end.
They are really scrubbing this rock. They gotta get it over. All 3 of the boys are out there.
Really wanted to drag this one as far as they can. It's even that high of a guard. It's not much of a guard there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He did want that a little bit tighter.
So Eric's now calling this one in the rings. So a little bit of a shift here from the first one. I like this call though, putting a rock in the rings and in front of the tee line. What you don't want here is a guard. That would be way out of the tolerance.
I think this should be top. Well, I was going to say top 12, but I might be lying. I think it's going to be like a tight guard.
Yeah, it's. I really like, if you're going to play that on your second, I really like playing that on your first, because at least on your second you can do the peel of shame if you do something like that. With that rock now in the free guard zone, all of a sudden Team Ballard is going to have an opportunity to put some rocks in play this end.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with the peel of shame, as you made me throw that more than once in my limited curling career. Yeah, I agree with you. You really want to put that first one in. If you're going to do this, the first one should be going in.
Well, yeah, I didn't mind the throw through necessarily, but with a 3-up lead, you'll typically see the teams put that first one top 4 foot, and if it is thrown short, then maybe peeling it, or the tolerance though would have definitely been to be in the rings there.
No handle. This one's going sideways, but it looks like to be pretty decent, except it's still quite high.
Yeah, 3 guards up now, and Eric with the 3-point lead is going to peel his corner guard, and I think you'll likely see Dawson either throw one more corner or go around the 2 he's thrown. Another option for Dawson might have been to separate his 2 corner guards a little bit there, but
this is my over curl, or nope, good shot. Sorry, didn't quite catch the line on that one. It was a really good shot. Feels that one right out.
So Dawson's looking to get one buried behind these 2 corner guards now, and we're on, I believe, thirds first here, Chris?
Seconds
first, I mean, sorry.
We make it up as we go along. We really don't know what rocks they're throwing. No, it is the first rock.
So the line here and the weight's looking great. They might want to switch and get a little more curl out of this at the end.
Yeah, I'd almost like to have this over buried if you can. It'd be harder to get to.
Great shot there.
Good place. They're going to try and peel those guards now.
Brandon Reimer's been kind of trying to find that draw weight all game, but he seems to have found it when it matters here in the 8th end, and going to give his team a chance to keep the pressure on.
Make the guards go away. You can get one, at least, but it's definitely doable to get both of them.
Yeah, this is one of those game winners for your team at second stone. If you can make the double peel and roll away, it really makes things easier on Mitchell for his next. But the key is getting one of them. Mission accomplished. So I think you'll see Dawson go around that corner guard again, and likely see Colwell go up and peel it, and then a series of corner guards thrown if everything's made. Brandon Reimer throwing his last here in the 8th end.
He's not light.
Nice thing is he just threw this shot, so it's always nice to throw 2 in a row. Looking pretty good here.
It's a hair heavy, but I think he's going to be okay if he can kind of get a little rub off that back. Not bad.
Not bad. Looks like it's quarter open though. Might have left the double takeout.
Yeah, I'd almost be tempted just to peel the guard too. The guard's probably the bigger problem in the long run. You're never going to be able to guard both of them.
Once that rock was heavy, it would have been tempting to sweep it a little earlier and maybe go around that yellow. But it's just a little heavy by Brandon though, and nonetheless, and chance here for Eric's team to make the double. Mitchell Kopitko. So this one's looking like a bit of an overcurl, and
feel the guard, get that rock out of there.
So Dawson's looking to guard that rock on the left, and we'll see if Eric chases the guard or goes after one of those rocks in the rings on his thirds last. Brett Hildenbrandt throwing third stones here for this new team Ballard. They're at 1-1 through pool play here at the Anita Cochrane.
They really do need a victory here to stay in the hunt for the top half. It's not bad.
Yeah, nice shot there. He's guarding the 3 rock, and does leave the double though. He's still for Eric, so chance for Mitchell to make the double here and make things a little easier on his skipper here for the last couple.
Yeah, you make one of these go away, it's going to make it a lot much more difficult for Ballard to score 3. Looks like it's curling again.
Ooh, and it'll just rub the guard, and it's going to be decision time here soon for Team Ballard, though. They can't really keep throwing that guard as they're starting to run out of stones, so...
How about sticking a top 12, just covering in front there? Or
No.
I think one more guard.
One more guard is okay, I think, yeah. You may see Dawson play some sort of split or something on his first if this guard is made and then the peel is made. It's a pretty simple double right now for Team Colwell, so it's really all about protecting that double being made too easily.
Looks like they're going probably halfway to tight guard.
Yeah, line looks nice. Just want to be guarding that left side of the 4 rock is what it's all about.
Right past that Firefighters logo, there you go, and there it slides to.
Okay, and same shot again here for Eric Colwell, so might have been nice for that one to be more over by the R a little bit on CanStar, but
yeah, change the angle, make it a little tougher.
This has been working so far. Eric Colwell with a chance here to win the game if he can make the double.
Getting one would be good though. But yeah, the doubles, against one, he's probably getting them both. So
Eric's hitting at 2-0, looking to get to 3-0 here at the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial Junior Curling Classic. Kapitko's got him on it early here, looking to get by the guard.
it's looking good. There
Oh,
we
and
go.
just good news is though he opens that one up, so it's going to be pretty hard for. Looks like he'll have an open hit here on his last, unless there's not really much Dawson can do to take that open hit away. So got all he needed out of that one really to give himself a simple shot in his last. So would have liked to make the double, but good shot.
Yeah, he's gonna put these two as counters somewhere, so he's gonna have to try and sneak one behind that guard. Hey, when you have skip stones, you have a shot for your 3 or whatever score you need. You can't complain too much. It worked out fairly well for them.
Big shout out to our event sponsors here as this last rock's throwing. Ted, Mona, and Paul Bassett, Pajo's Fish and Chips, Westminster Savings, Boston Pizza New Westminster, and Refresh Carpet and Upholstery. You are watching Draw 6 here. Dawson Ballard looking to sit a couple, trailing by 3 in the 8th end of their 3rd game of pool play. Sitting at 1-1 right now.
They're jumping this early. It might be a bit light, even though it doesn't look too bad, but it does look a little light. They really got to go now. They got to get in the rings.
Really nice team shot there, and
Excellent shot. Well swept, well judged.
so it will be an open hit though for Eric Colwell to get himself to 3-0 here. But good second half of the game from Team Ballard, and lots of stuff to build on.
Early in the season, if you're peaking now, you're peaking too soon. So.
Also like to recognize the sponsors of the BC Junior Curling Tour here as this last rock is thrown. That's Ballard Direct Insurance, Best Western, the hotel of choice for Curl BC, and Curl BC.
So all the parents will close their eyes, say whatever prayers they feel are necessary, and Chicago will make the final stone hopefully here without too much difficulty. It's something he's done a lot before. It's looking good, well managed, hands are up in the air, and it's the end of the game.
Awesome. So the final score will be 5-2 here in draw 6 of the 2019 Anita Cochrane Memorial Junior Curling Classic. We will be back for draw 7 beginning at 4 p.m. That draw will feature Team Saddle versus Team Tao. Your host for that game will be Melissa Saligo, and as well as 3-time Canadian Junior Champion Tyler Tardy. So tune in for that, and look forward to speaking with you then. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Ballard Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Ballard Direct.
Apologies. It was indicated there is a shot here for 3, so the handshakes have been taken back, and we're going to see this one get thrown. It looks like it's needs to hit half a rock to 3/4 and try to roll his shooter into the rings.
I didn't see this. I'm quite surprised, actually. But I guess you could try this.
Might as well give her a go.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
I've seen stranger things happen.
If it was a little more to the left, it would definitely be there. But
yeah.
I think it's just not quite there. But gotta give her a go here. Dawson Ballard, skip here.
Probably just.
First time I've ever entered a game early. That's apologies there, folks.
I would just say even like control-ish is what you want to throw here, maybe? Tough shot. But why we throw them? So I apologize to all the parents that closed their eyes and thought the game was over. Because it's going to be shortly. Soft, quiet weight. It's just boardish. It's over curling. I don't think the shot's here. Gotta roll this on.
Really close. Not quite. And on behalf of Chris Summers, my name is Will Sutton, and thanks for watching Draw 6.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Ballard Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Ballard Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Ballard Direct.
And be like, looking at the breakdown. See if you can break the fourth one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up. I'll come and walk up.
You do that, you're gonna burn a lot of time.
We can do
Stop
it
the
in the
stream.
fourth one.
Yeah.